Hey, welcome on in. This is She Speaks Social with your girl, Mel. Thank you for joining and hanging tight between the sessions and episodes. I have been taking some refill breaks for myself to be able to refresh and do some deep dives on what's relevant for women today. With that being said, I'll go ahead and transition over to what I have found. In 2026, I've also started to do a women's pulse report, which helps me to identify what matters most to women right now. And with that, I found 6 topics that seem to be the most relevant and will be covered in a future or current episode. Let's talk about the first one. It's financial security and economic confidence. I think that's a very good one for 2026. And looking at the year so far, it looks to be security, sanity, and self trust is what the theme is for 2026 with women. And that one falls very close aligned to what I've seen so far. The second topic was burnout, recovery, and nervous system health. That one's going to be a great one to jump into as we're all trying to tread really, really heavily and running against the year and chasing our goals throughout the quarter. So I think it'll be a good one to cover pretty early on in the year. The third one is boundaries and emotional labor. Boundaries, I did cover a portion of what I do for boundaries and what I've learned on a previous episode, but I'm happy to cover it again and talk a little bit more about emotional labor. The fourth topic is AI, career reinvention, and skill relevance. This one is top of mind for me. AI is around the corner. So, how do you deal with AI? Understand where your career falls in line with the AI that's coming, and how do you bring your skills to be relevant to the AI that's coming? So, that's a great one to cover. And then the fifth topic is hormonal and midlife mental health. I think we all go through it, so why not discuss it? Sixth topic is identity, reinvention, and meaningful connections, which we will cover in a future episode. But for now, let's go ahead and get started. Today, we're going to talk about financial security and economic confidence. Here we go. All right, so this is exciting. We're talking about financial security and economic confidence. We know that women are prioritizing financial clarity. And in response to the economic shifts that are occurring with AI in the new marketplace, with changes, some of the topics that are coming up as relevant are salary transparency and negotiation confidence, as well as investment literacy and wealth building strategies. Again, if you're not doing either of those, you should be doing them. Shame on you. And then multiple streams of income as well as side ventures. Everybody should be doing that with the world we are in today. Financial independence within relationships and long term security over short term lifestyle optics. The key here is financial confidence is directly linked to emotional stability and career decision making power. So, where do you have your power and what are you controlling for your financial security and economic confidence? All right, let's dive in. Let's just talk about it. Right now, we're talking about the 2026 financial confidence shift that's happening. The conversation no one is talking about. Security is the new luxury. And let's jump in so that you can better understand it. For a decade, women were told to chase visibility. Well, in 2026, we're chasing stability. And let's pull out the facts of it. I think it's important that we call out what's true to what's happening in our marketplace. And by that, I'm referring to the AI disruption. I'm talking about economic volatility. I'm also talking about the rising living costs, career restructures, leadership fatigue. I mean, look at your leaders and see how stretched they are. Get a temperature check with them and kind of see how this resonates to them. But most importantly, the data confirms it. And I have a data report here that I'm going to read from just to kind of confirm the information that I have here today. The reality check is this. AI and the job descriptions, it's just changing. And the World Economic Forum estimates 44% of core skills will change by 2027 due to the AI and automation. McKinsey's report, women are overrepresented in roles that are most susceptible to automation, particularly with administrative and support functions. Let's go. Then not only that, but then here, 60% of professionals say AI is impacting how they view their long term career security. Oh my gosh. Women are not panicking, they are preparing. And that's the truth of it. This all leads to financial anxiety that is pretty high. According to Deloitte's 2024 Women Work Report, 46% of women report feeling financially stressed. 59% of women say that they live paycheck to paycheck per Lending Club 2024 data. And women are still approximately earning 82 cents to every dollar earned by men. That's per the US Labor Statistics Report. Security is not a luxury, it's a necessity. What are we doing to kind of talk about this and prepare in relation to this topic? The next part is the pillars. What are pillars that we can use to help us gain some financial security and confidence? All right, so now that we have begun the discussion that no one's talking about, the great shift, we can also begin to talk about some of the things that we can do to prepare and adapt to this particular shift that's happening. We know that job stability in an AI shifting market is going to be a significant impact. Millions of jobs are going to be displaced to automation by 2027. That's the expectancy. But that's also going to create millions of new roles that require new skills. The advantage here is to belong with those who have done some type of reskill quickly in the past. What's women are prioritizing is skill stacking. So if you know how to do multiple things, adding that to your resume, brushing up on those skill stacking, making that a part of your day to day and your workflow. AI literacy, if you're not familiar with AI, get familiar with it. Take classes, play with AI, test it, use bots, or get involved in some shape or form with the AI that's coming out. And then the other one is strategic thinking. Begin to do more strategic thinking within your current environment for your current career. That's going to help you to bring those same tools into a new potential career that's coming in the future. And then the other thing is influence over operational dependency. It's important that we understand that the most secure professionals are not the most technically savvy. The ones that are the most secure are the ones that have the most adaptability to change, to pivoting and figuring out what works, what best, testing new theories, beginning new skills, and interworking with AI literacy that is the most important. So that's one key thing for job stability in an AI shifting market. All right, great. So now that we've already discussed and had begun the discussion about the great shift with AI coming around, I think it's important that we also keep relevance with salary negotiations and pay transparency. A lot of people don't want to talk about it because it becomes intimidating and it becomes a form of confrontation, but it really doesn't. I think understanding where you are, what your skill sets bring, doing the market research, understanding how the pay is in your state versus other states, and what you bring to the table is vitally important. What I will mention is a few reports that I found states that states with pay transparency laws are seeing compensation gaps narrow faster. Yet only one in every three women negotiate their first salary offer, per Business Harvard Review data. We just got to say it. Negotiation is not a confrontation, it's an enterprise level of self advocacy. It's understanding where you are, all of the skill sets you bring, your education, your previous career, and also understanding that you've done the market research to say, I place in this bracket. This is what I'm expecting as a salary, and let's talk about that upfront. Having the conversation upfront helps to make sure that one, you're being spoken to for the right jobs. You're not wasting the time of yourself or the other company, and it gives a level of expectation that moving forward, this is what I expect in order to fully secure this particular position, and it's both for you and the recruiter. The next thing we'll talk about is investing with wealth building. Reports say that women control or influence over $30 trillion in the U.S. households' wealth. That is per McKinsey. That is crazy. 30 trillion. Wow. By 2030, women are projected to control much of the great wealth transfer. And that's something that also is on the radar for the future. We're seeing a wealth transfer that's going to occur, and women, you are at the table, at the helm of this. So I think the preparation is important, and it's very relevant to kind of have this conversation now. 48% of women report feeling intimidated when it comes to investing, and that's per Fidelity. I think with that call out, I think it's more about understanding how to invest, um, how it works. Get with your financial advisor. I am not a financial advisor. Get with a financial advisor. Have them break it down for you so that you understand asset allocation and how it works. So that way you can keep a close eye on what you have invested and where it's moving. If it's not working out, how to shift and pivot that's going to benefit you. The gap is not earning power, it's confidence in literacy, and that goes back to knowledge. And so this will help you in the future to prepare for the great shift that's going to happen and allow you to have further conversations with others about the same things that they're experiencing and kind of bring the level of conversation to a front. So with that, we're going to transfer over to the next topic, which is multiple streams of income. Here we go. Okay, so now let's talk about multiple income streams. Reports say that 45% of women now report having at least one additional income stream per bank rate. Uh, that's true. I would say that's so very true. I've seen so many people and know of so many people that are doing multiple streams, whether it's gig work, whether it's side works, businesses, definitely happening. I, Another report says that layoffs in 2023 to 2025 have increased executive interest in portfolio careers. This is happening. Um, it's happening across the board, and it's going to continue to happen, to be honest, with the shift of AI. Another report says that fractional leadership roles are up over 30% year over year per LinkedIn Workforce Insights, and this is also true. I would say I've been keeping tabs on the market and understanding where we are, as we continue to see the shift and the changes happening, volatility. It's important to stay connected to what's happening in the market so that way you understand and have relevance to the topics that are coming up. Side income is no longer a hustle. It's becoming culture, and it's protection. That's really what it is. And so it's important. If you don't have a side income stream, maybe look at one that you can do if you have extra time, or if you have the capacity to. If you have any talents, look and maybe do some of that. Pick some of that up. That could help you in getting your preparedness ready. The other topic was financial independence and relationships. Reports say that women initiate nearly 70% of divorces per the American Sociological Association. They also report that women experience 20 to 30% decline in their household income post divorce. And that makes sense, right? When you're divorcing someone, your household income is going to go down. The expectation is that it's going to be all on you and self reliant. Another report says that 80% of women will be solely responsible for their finances at some point in their lives due to a divorce or widowhood. This is not about mistrust, it's about preparedness. A partnership is powerful, but financial awareness is essential. Having conversations with your partner to say, hey, this is where we stand as a household, this is where we are, this is where we're expected to be, our trajectory is changing. Maybe we're not making enough, or maybe we're spending too much. These conversations are so important when it comes to relationships. As I've already mentioned, the reports already justify that finances does impact and lead to divorces. So having these conversations early is important, it's key, and it's a part of being prepared for any of shifts that are coming in the coming years. And so this could help these conversations build confidence not only in yourself, but in your partnership and in how you feel when we're talking about the market and the shifts that are happening when it comes to finances. So there is one more thing that we'd like to cover, and let me jump into that one. All right, I'm doing the four C's of financial confidence, and it starts with clarity. Know your numbers, know your net worth, know your income sources, have them referenced for yourself, create a market value report that tells you this is where you should be. Stick very close and align yourself, check in with yourself to make sure that you're falling in line with your career trajectory. Are you leveling up? If you're not leveling up, where are opportunities where you can level up, or have a conversation with someone that can help you to level up? The second one is capability, understanding, building resilience. This goes back to AI fluency, understanding where AI plays. If the shift is coming with AI, which has already been coming and still in the process of coming, understanding how AI plays in your market, where does it currently disrupt? What can you do to work with AI, include it in your day to day, and build new skills around AI where it puts you in an adaptability landscape versus uh, someone who's just technically savvy. You want to be able to show that you can adapt to change versus just being super technical. The other thing is brush up on some leadership skills, learn some new things, add it to your resume, include it in your day to day, and keep it a part of your career building aspects as well. The other thing could be revenue driving abilities that you can intertwine, whether it's with AI or your leadership skills that you've just created. Adding that into your earning resilience will definitely help you as well. The third one is cushion. Create some volatility protection for yourself, whether it's 6 to 12, a 3 to 6, something where it gives you X amount of months to cover for yourself as a month emergency month fund. And also get with your financial advisor, find a local pro that can help you get well diversified with your income, create some asset protection strategies around how you're earning and your wealth building path as well. And then the fourth one, the final one, is control. Understand and direct your financial ecosystem. You have the capability to understand it and direct it. You have the control of it. Also, understand investment literacy. If you don't know what investment is and how it works, get connected with someone that can help and teach you and show you just the simple ways that you can earn and invest with your day-to-day weekly checks or biweekly checks, however you're earning. And then also have household financial transparency conversations. This is where we are. This is where we performed this current year versus the year prior. This is where we want to be. And then where we want to be, this is what's going to help us to prepare in cushion as well. And also have some legal awareness. If XYZ happens, what protects us or you or your household? And then finally, the financial confidence is built through structure and not motivation. If you have the structure in place, it's going to help you to have that financial confidence and you're going to feel more secured. And a lot of the other emotional add ons are not going to be added to your weight, which typically causes out to burnout and mental health issues. So hopefully that aligns and helps with you. All right. You got to be wondering, why does this all matter to me? Why is this so important, Mel? What are you trying to say? Well, what I'm saying is that this adds an emotional layer. This is the part where financial insecurity does create impacts to your negotiation power. It also creates a tolerance in those toxic environments. It delays career pivots that you might be thinking or maybe shifting or entertaining. It also, gives you emotional exhaustion. So financial security creates you the exit power, the power for you to have the control on how and when you want to quit or where you want to go, what that path looks like forward. It gives you confidence in decision making. It gives you and positions you for strategic risk taking. I'm a fan of risk taking, but strategic risk taking is important. And it gives you clear leadership presence. Deloitte reports that women experiencing financial stress are twice as likely to report burnout symptoms. And the truth is that money and mental health are not separate conversations. typically there are interconnected conversations. So if there's a way for us to have a conversation and for me to express why this matters, it matters for so many more reasons, but the ones that I gave to you are core. I hope this definitely helps you. All right, so that's it. Let's close this up. Let's close the cultural shift. Let's bring it full circle. In the next decade, the most powerful women will not be just simply the highest earning. It will be the women that have the most security, the ones that are most secure. And security is knowing that you can walk away, it's knowing that you can pivot, it's knowing that you can invest, it's knowing that you can lead without fear. And again, security is the new luxury. Financially confident women, they just lead differently. And so, I hope that all of this has given you something to take away from financial security and economic confidence. And will prepare you in the coming years to the decade, as we know that in the next decade there's a great shift that's happening. Are you will you be prepared for it? The next few topics that are going to be released will be the burnout recovery and nervous system health, boundaries and emotional labor, AI, career reinvention and skill relevance, hormonal and midlife mental health, and identity reinvention and meaningful connections. More to come on She Speaks. Again, this is your girl Mel bringing relevant topics that are maybe not discussed on the day to day with women. So I think it's important to kind of have that full circle. And again, the theme of this year is security, sanity, and self trust. Are you prepared? Will you be prepared? What are you doing to be prepared? And bring other women in that journey. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining She Speaks. If you're loving this, help me out by sharing, following, and just give this a recommendation to someone that you know that would resonate with this. Thank you so much. To the next time. Bye.